Hello and welcome to this video. So today I'm going to share with you a workflow that will let you automate the documentation of all your Power Apps. So the idea here is you pick the app you want to document and you drop it to Claude Cowork and you get the full report with charts, with a beautiful presentation and all the information that need to be in your documentation. And the documentation can be handover documentation or security audit documentation or all the other documentation that you need to create. So let me show you first of all the issue that we will resolve using this workflow that I'm going to share with you. So actually when you work on Power Apps, so you create the app fast, but when it comes to documentation, it is not really something that we Power Apps developers like, and it is like something that is very painful and it is time consuming. And actually one of the issues that we face when we work with this Power Apps documentation is that when we finish our work in a company and we move on, when they hire someone else, so there is no updated documentation to understand what we did, etc., etc. And it is like very painful, and there is a lot of risks of missing documentation for all that Power Apps that we create. Okay, so the idea here is that you will just have a clear pipeline, a clear workflow. You will drop the Power Apps that you create into a Claude Cowork, and we will see a connector that will convert all this raw export to a clear format for Claude Cowork, and Claude Cowork will analyze it using the skills that I'm going to share with you and deliver a polished Word report with charts, diagram, and all the information that needs to be in the report that you choose. So you will have just to type one sentence and give the Power App that you are working on, and Claude will lead all the work until the end. Okay. So it's like a very clear and simple pipeline that we are going to implement here. And one of the, or actually some examples of the reports that you can create using this workflow is all the handover documentation, the security and risk audit, the user guides, the technical reference, and the quality audit. Okay, but you can also create some custom reports that you will describe to Claude Cowork. But these 5 ones are already created in the skill that I'm going to share with you, and you just have to pick them and ask Claude to generate the reports. Okay, and actually all the reports will have some charts, diagrams, some exhaustive appendices. You will have also some Q&A in the reports, and you will have a full report that I'm going to share with you an example so you can see how it looks like. Okay, so here is what you need to create this pipeline. You will need to have Claude desktop app. So actually I think today we are all or a lot of us are using Claude, so this is something that you have already. You will need to have the hire connector, which is the MCP that will let us convert the Power Apps into a structured markdown file that Claude can work with and that Claude can use. And we will need to have this powerapps-docgen skill. This is like the custom skills that will give to Claude all the templates of the reports and all the requirements to generate the reports that we will ask him to generate. And you will need to have one folder on your disk to store everything. Okay, so Okay, so now let's move on to Claude Cowork so we can see how you can set up the project and how you can set up all the requirements so you can create these reports. So first of all, you need to have this MCP, this higher MCP that will, as I said before, that will let us convert the Power App from the format, Microsoft format, to a format that that Claude Cowork can read and that Claude Cowork can use to generate this report. And here we will use the higher MCP. So you will need to go to hire.eu and you will click on Get Started so you can create your account. And once you are connected, you will have this dashboard like this, and you will need to go to Connector. Okay. And here you will need to copy this MCP server URL. So as I did here, and I will go back to Claude and I will click on settings and I will go to connector and click on add custom connector. Okay, so I will add the MCP URL here. I will add the name hire.eu and I will copy also the client ID from the from hire application and put it here. Okay, that's it. Once you did that, that's it. And once it's done, you click on add. So here I have this higher MCP. If for any reason when you add it, you have something like this. So you have this button connect. So you will just need to click on connect, and it will open a Chrome page. So you will click on allow, and let's wait until the connection is done. That's it. So now I can go back here and I can see that my MCP is connected. This is the first step. The second step is to add all the skills that will let Claude Cowork knows how we will generate this report. So the skills, you will have them already here. So you can go to connector and you will have this section here and you have the scale. So I will click on download the scale. It is now downloaded and I will get back to Claude and I will go to customize. And here you have this add button. So I will click on upload a scale and I will select it. So it is in here. So now you can see you have this doggin scale that is imported. That's it. So now I did the first step, which is the custom connector, and the second step, which is the skills. Now I need to create the whole project where we will give some instruction, a folder that we will use to store all the reports and everything. And once it's done, I finished the workflow. So to create this project, I will need to go to projects here. Okay. And I will click on new project. But once you did that, you will need to create a folder. For example, here in my on my side, I create this project called this folder, sorry, called Power Apps Documentation by Hire, and I create a subfolder call it extracts, and a subfolder call it reports. So you need to create the same thing, a folder, and you will need to create this subfolder extracts and this subfolder reports. Once it's done, I get back here to create project and I will click on use a folder. So I will select this folder. Okay, so here is it, and select the folder. So for my project, I will give it a name. So the name would be Power Apps Documentation by Hire. And I will need to give some instructions. So the instructions, I copy them in the description of this video so you can use them. Okay, so I will paste the instructions and click on Create Project. So that's it. The project now is created and it is ready to go. So now that we created the project and everything is done, we will need to test it to see how it works actually. And to do this, I will go to Power Apps, okay? And I will go to Applications, and I will select the application that I want to work with to create a documentation, okay? So first of all, let's choose this application. And here you have these three dots, okay? I will click on it and I will click on Details. And here you have this button, Export Package. So I will click on Export Package, give it a name, and click on Export. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are exporting the application with all the details on it so we can use it in our Claude Cowork. So once the application is downloaded, I will need to put it in the folder Extract. So here we are in the folder. I will go to extract and I will paste the application that we just downloaded. Okay, and I will just ask him to create, for example, Handover document. So I will click on slash and choose powerapps-docgen. So he will, by doing this, he will use this skill that we imported, and I will ask him to hand over documentation for CDG app. Okay, so he will understand that we are talking about this CDG blah 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 that we have in the folder extract. So, and I will click on done, and here he will ask me if I want to allow him to read and edit the files that are in my disk. So I will click on allow and we will let him work. Okay, so here as you can see, he's like trying to find the file that we want to work with. He will try to find the skills that we will need to use. So as you can see, he is using powerapps-docgen. He is using the connector hire.eu that we just connected, which is this custom MCP. And you will see that he will create this progress, so we can see how he is working on this report. So we will let him work. And here, as you can see, the work is done, and we have the document, the Word document, and everything that is already done. So we can go to the folder to see the report. As you can see here, we have the CDG report. And here is the Word document with all the documentation that we asked for, okay? So here, as you can see, we have this title of the report, and we have also the all the data used, so the source export, the date, and etc. We have here the table of content with all the content that we have in this report. And if we go to the detail, so we start with an executive summary where we have this summary of the idea of this app and the main information that we need to have. We have the key numbers with all the metrics and the values. We have also the top 5 things to know before touching anything in this app. And we have the second part, which is the application overview, where you will see the main user journey. You will have the architecture map with some charts that help you understand. And you have also some paragraphs that explain what is already, what we have in this, application, okay? You will have also some data flow charts that explain the data flow between the screens and the data sources. You have the dependency overview. You have the data layer with the data schema and all the information that you need to know about the data and the source of data used here in this app. You will have also the screen by screen handover, meaning that in each screen you will have all the main properties and the controls, etc. That we configured. You will have also this flow and automation that we have within this Power App, and you will have this known fragilities and I can call it risks, or mainly risks that we need to consider regarding this app. We'll have also the security and compliance summary, the performance profile, the accessibility, the business continuity, and you will have this role and contacts that you need maybe to complete. And we have this takeover plan and effort estimation. And you will have this glossary to help the person understand all the vocabulary used in this application and in this report. And here you will have in the appendix the full control inventory with all the controls that we implemented in each screen and in each element that we have in the Power App. And if we go down, we will find for all the properties that we changed for this Power App, you will find the values, and you will find the formulas if we used some formulas, okay, like as an appendix. So yeah, this report is complete with all the information regarding this Power App, and this can be used by anyone who wants to understand how this Power App were created and how he can take it and own it, okay? So I will give you this report in the description, so you can download it if you want to see how it looks like. And here, please note that if you have some something that you want to change in this report, you can either change it manually because you have now the doc file, so you can't change it, or you can go back to Claude and ask him to change anything you want to change, and he will act directly on your documentation, and they will do the required changes. Okay? Okay, so thank you for watching this tutorial until the end. Please share with me if you have any thought about this workflow, and please let me know in the comment if you have any question about it. Otherwise, comment and like this video if you like it, and share it with your colleagues if you want to share this workflow with them. And see you in the next video.